silent podcast.
Yes.
Shh. Elmer, do the intro.
It's the podcast where we talk about stuff like gaming stuff, and of course Valorant, because we can never go an episode without talking about Valorant.
It's because we're fucking nerds.
Yeah, that's the only game we play.
Not actually fucking nerds, but we are the fucking nerds.
Oh, we're fucking nerds.
I don't fuck nerds.
I don't fuck nerds either.
That's what I'm saying.
I fuck really beautiful women, okay?
Same.
In plural?
Oh.
Wait, are we actually live?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't even do the test.
Yeah, I didn't know we're fucking doing it either.
Welcome back to the Free Ethernet podcast. It is episode 10. I am one of your co-hosts, Elmer. One of your co-hosts, not the last name. And I have two other people.
Don't say you're
with
not.
me. One is
Kian,
hello.
Pavid.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh,
Wait, what?
what?
Your brother?
Oh, wait, you just exposed
well, you said
yourself.
his last name.
My brother?
You just exposed yourself.
Whatever, doesn't fucking matter.
And
There he is. Wait, I don't
And
know.
Julian.
Yeah.
Pashari.
Yeah, that's my last name.
this guy just doxing everyone now.
And,
Yeah,
and
bro.
Elmer Bowman. Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't even get like a changed name. I just get my own name.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh.
So yeah, today we there wasn't too much in the world of gamings. But you know, I think it was very interesting what we did last time when Alex was on the podcast. When it came to the whole like build your own roster kind of not tier list, but like, you know, with the different prices and all that was really funny.
Hold on. We have to, before we start into that, we have to construct our live tweet together on
true.
stream. And whoever's watching can also pitch in.
What do you mean?
I have the picture, and the picture in question is here. You can show this on stream if you'd like. The picture that I'm using is this in VC replies.
Bruh.
So what should be?
We could do the ASMR sesh, but we have to turn Julian really, really far down low.
Now put it louder.
In terms of volume.
Mm.
Damn, Anna really called you the epitome of an art student.
Thank you. I like that.
I said I'm going with live with episode and then we put the
ASMR
link.
too.
ASMR question mark and then we put the link in there.
Also Val tier list, because we know we're right about characters.
Also Val tier list because we are the bestest.
We are right, which will also be a later segment. You see the double meaning?
Ooh.
Okay, I'm ready. All right, let's get into the actual content.
Look at this cool pencil.
That's the content. Yeah, look at this really cool pencil I have.
I was actually
Cool pen right
I
here.
got
This
back
is my
into
pen.
doodling. I just realized you can see my
Spark me.
underwear.
What the fuck?
It's gone.
Elmer
Because I'm a
underwear.
dirty hoe who don't fucking put his clothes back in the drawers.
You're stanky, man. You're stanky.
Yeah, who would do that? Don't look.
Over there.
Don't look.
But I found it again after, like, I used it again, and I was like, this is the worst design, but the like coolest design, because like there's no like grip. It's just straight, and it's just like this is it. This is the whole pencil. Like,
Yeah.
there's no like balance.
So it's very, very freeing, free flowing. Let the ideas flow out of your head onto the paper.
Very true. Very true. Now, I guess we can just start with the
Have you
the
prepared something for us on it?
Oh, you
Valorant
have. Oh, he has.
agent
Oh,
tier list.
Mm.
what a
I
king.
have my screen is currently only the tier list, so it's gonna be interesting. So obviously
Wow.
we have all the Valorant agents here, all the way to Yoru, because I think we've gone against Yoru and maybe even seen Yoru on our teams and seen how that plays out. So obviously we got Breach, Brim, Cypher, Jet, Killjoy, Omen, Phoenix, Raze, Reyna, Sage, Sky, Sova, Viper, and Yoru. All here, all 14 current agents as of the 18th of January of 2021. First and foremost, do we want to rename the tiers? Because I think that would be pretty funny.
Yeah. So
Okay,
S
go ahead.
tier should be Fonzie.
Okay. This is the
Whoa.
weirdest fucking.
Wait, you actually
Hilarious
did
joke.
it?
Hilarious
what the
joke.
fuck am I gonna do?
I don't know. I don't actually have a name for the S tier. I didn't think of this. S tier. He licks the cat.
Let's do actual gamers. And then A tier is like regularly gaming. Regular
Rishavakadu.
gaming.
Hey,
Huh?
What?
What?
Okay. Gaming.
And then moderate gamer.
Yeah, close my window.
Uh and also
I'll be back in a second.
not the best gamer.
D tier will be Julian. Because he left mid
Yeah, Julian deserves it for punishment.
or leaving.
Julian type gaming. There you go.
Okay.
What do you think of the tiers, Julian?
Actual gamers, regularly gaming, moderate gamer, not the best gamer.
There it is. Julian leaves the podcast officially. Oh, he's
Racism.
back.
Oh, he's back. That was quick.
This is racism.
Okay. Wait, so are we
This is
each gonna do one of these, or are we together?
Let's pitch in our 2 cents about each
Let's stick
character
together.
and try and put them where they where we
let's
think they belong.
let's do Yoru last. So
Yeah,
everyone
Yoru
is
definitely goes last.
Yeah.
left in suspense.
Yeah, facts. So first, Breach. What do you guys have to say? I know we
Is
feel
this
very
solo
strong.
queue? Is it solo queue?
Let's just
I think it's just all
assume-
together.
Let's assume that in cases of you're using it, you're going against Breach and Breach on your team. So those
But
three
it's solo
categories.
queue.
I would say just
Yeah.
moderate.
You
moderate gamer.
yeah. Random person or random person on your team to use Breach, you using Breach, and like your personal experience using Breach and going against Breach.
I think I'm gonna have to go with moderate gamer.
Okay.
I agree.
Wait, actually?
think-
Hold on. I have to think about this.
I personally think
Not
maybe
the best gamer.
not the best.
Yeah.
I think probably moderate or regularly, because his flashes are still very strong. Sure, it's a very easy character to use because you just flash and peek.
I would say he's easy to use, but hard to get really good at. Like
Yeah,
in
hard to
terms of
master.
someone we know who plays it a lot, Frank. He's pretty good at his abilities, and he does it well. But once he's out of his abilities, he's kind of useless.
Yeah.
Breach, not Frank.
Yeah, but here's my issue, right? He's not very good if you don't have good communication. That's why I'm asking if it's solo queue.
If it's solo queue.
Because you have to, it's like a support flash roll. You're like flashing for other people usually.
Yeah, that is true. I think that is what Breach probably struggles with, especially in lower elos, or not even lower elos, like the mid elos where there's a lot of communication involved, like silver, gold, and plat. I think those breaches really need to talk or really need call outs in order to know where to flash and when to flash.
Mm-hmm.
So he's very dependent heavy on that. I think I agree. I would still keep him at moderate probably here. Because if I mean like going against a breach is still very it gets really frustrating, and I know it could like lead to like the whole team going crazy over this fucking breach. So I don't know. That's my
Yeah,
opinion.
I would say moderate as well. Maybe keep him like low moderate then, basically.
Low moderate. Okay.
Yeah, we can obviously
Yeah.
change up everything after we're done kind of reviewing it.
Brimstone.
Brim with the new buffs. What do you
S
guys think?
tier.
S tier?
Regularly gaming.
I think regularly. I don't think I think honestly we'll probably get into this later, but Elman and Brim are kind of on the same level at the
No.
moment in terms of smokes and all that.
No for me, man.
All right, I'll put him at regularly though for sure. Yeah.
Cypher.
Can I
No,
explain
yeah,
why?
I'm down.
Explain
Yeah, go
why?
ahead. Go ahead.
yeah. Okay. I want to hear
20
Julian's.
goddamn second smokes. That is like a quarter of the game. He has 3 of them.
I guess that's true, but like that's the
It
thing.
doesn't
is that,
regenerate.
And a good Brim with a good lineup, with some good lineups.
yeah,
And
but
his
like
ult is pretty goddamn good overall.
as
Yeah, but
Omen,
way
I
better
still
than
don't think
Omen's
he's
ult.
S tier.
I
I
think
think-
he's at least low S tier.
But I think when you
At
compare it to
least low S
Omen,
tier.
he only gets the 3 smokes, but Omen can literally probably put out 6 smokes in a whole like round.
Omen can put out
if he
6
lives.
smokes, but they take way longer to actually activate, which wastes time.
They're not
His-
even that slow.
no, they are. His blind is goddamn useless. First 2 rounds, you pretty much can't buy it. His first 2 rounds, unless you're like only want that and you don't want to like force or something else.
All right,
Omen
let's
right
talk
now
about Omen
seems
later.
like
Well, let's talk about Omen
way
after.
lower. I'm saying in comparison, like the 2 smokes,
Yeah.
Breach
Okay.
is at least S tier in comparison to Omen
Okay.
currently.
In general, I think he's A tier. I think if you were just to compare smokes, probably a little bit better. But his stim pack, it is a little bit better, but I still rarely see Brims use it.
Really? You rarely see
And
it?
I've
It's
seen
so
it a
good.
lot.
I see it like
I
every
played-
game now,
I
but
played
like
like a lot in the past like 3 days, and every brim I have constantly starting
Okay,
though, and
that's
they
fair.
help a lot, honestly.
And then Molly, I think there's probably other Mollies that are probably better than his, but you know,
For
it's still
lineups,
helpful.
they're good.
For
lineups,
lineups, it's
the
probably
best.
better, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep him at A. And his ult is really nice for clears and post bomb plant situations. So
Sure.
oh shit, my girlfriend's calling.
Shut her up.
Talk about Cypher for a second.
And I mute her, bro.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
read his lips. Yo. Wow, he's
I love
covering
you.
his
I love
lips.
you. I love you.
I'm recording a podcast. I love you though. I'll call you back after, I promise. Oh, who is it with? It's with Kian and Julian.
Just
They're from
making
the
fun of her.
Discord.
You met them at Airbnb.
You met, remember Kian and Julian? Oh, nothing. We're just
Okay.
talking about Valorant right now.
I was gonna say Cypher's pretty good.
Yeah, I think Cypher's good.
Cypher will be regularly gaming, in my opinion.
You think so?
Like a high regularly gaming. Only
Yeah.
like not this year because you can't pick up his shit, and after he dies, they disappear. These trips disappear.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say right below Brimstone.
Right below.
You think
Brimstone?
Cypher's below Brim?
Yeah, right below. No, I mean like regular gaming, but right below Brimstone.
Cypher is the best sentinel. I would say.
I mean,
Ah.
like, okay. I in my opinion, Sentinels are very dependent on the map because if this was split, easy Cypher B, like or Cypher S tier. But like if Cypher's playing B, he's S tier. But on like Icebox, it's like kind of there. There's better Sentinels already on there. Like Killjoy and Sage kind of just already have shut down options for post plant situations, and even like Sage's wall on in tunnel, like which Kian uses a lot, right? So I don't know. I kind of want to put him over Brim, mainly because his tools are still very useful, even with the whole nerf, with like the trips kind of like dying out after death. He's still very useful, like if the Cypher is alive. So I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but I would rather put Cypher over Brim.
He's around A tier. Let's just leave it there for now until we
Yeah.
you can change it up later.
Okay, Jet.
S tier.
That I'm gonna have to go with S tier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty agreeable. I think a really good Jet doesn't really need communication. The Jet's probably gonna do its own thing, their own thing, no matter what. So, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think we all agree.
Pretty
there.
self-explanatory. She's the
Yeah.
best duelist right now with the highest win rate, highest KD, and she has so much space for
Options.
mistakes because
Yeah,
of
she has a
her
lot of
through
options.
smokes, her dashing ability, all that. So
Yeah,
she's
especially
good.
Op with the dash is just very like unpunishable, you know, compared to a lot
Yeah,
of
bro,
other
you
duelists.
miss a shot, you're gone.
Yeah.
Next, Killjoy,
Moderate.
moderate.
I want to go with regular gaming again.
Yeah.
Killjoy's mollies and like, even though you can't pick them up anymore, but her alarm bot and stuff is a lot of information.
I would say the only thing really good on her thing is her turret and her alarm bot. Molly's kind of suck. Because if you just have people like enemy teams enemy players who are just aware of things and and have ears, it's not that hard to get rid of.
That's true.
Especially for post plants, Killjoy is basically useless if you have a good team on the other side.
But I think
if you have lineups with her, you can still throw nades after you plant.
yeah, and then just immediately detonate them.
Detonate them, or at the very least, the person has to get off bomb to kill it.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's why I say regular gaming.
Yeah, I think I don't think Killjoy gets a lot of the love that she might deserve. Mainly because like her strongest maps are probably like Ascent and maybe Icebox. That might be my opinion. I don't know about you guys, but I think Icebox and Ascent are probably her best maps.
Haven too.
Haven, yeah, Haven on C site probably and A site. But I feel like there's probably better characters you would want to choose instead of Killjoy.
Yeah.
Like I feel like on Ascent you could probably go for a Sage or a even Cypher, because Cypher has some pretty good one ways on Ascent.
Cypher one
And
ways make him so much stronger than he would be.
that is true. Yeah, Cypher one ways I think would probably, if we were gonna put Killjoy and Cypher in the same tier, I think Cypher would be above Killjoy because he just has that advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Nihan's gonna like my take on Omen right here.
Same.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's in chat.
So, Omen.
Oh, maybe he will. It seems like he's agreeing in chat with my. I'm gonna put him in moderate gamer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Overbreach. We'll just leave him there for now.
I would put him over Breach because I think Breach is gonna go a lower tier in my opinion. That he should go a lower tier.
Yeah.
But yeah. Omen's win percentage right now, it dropped based on his nerf to the like just above Vipers.
Wow, that's fucked.
Yeah, Omen is not very good this patch. Like that's what I was saying. Compared to Brim, Omen is not very good this patch.
Yeah, he's good. I mean, but his smokes are weak. Not only because he only gets 2 of them to start with, and you have to place them individually, but they're easiest to push through and play in because they're so transparent inside. And Brim's smokes are just not like that, even though he gets a limited amount. And most Omen plays that revolved around him being dynamic with his flash and TPing in are now not worth it because of how expensive his flash is.
Yeah. like Omen. I think maybe you should put him lower, but Omen right now is lower, just because of his bugged telly.
So like your type of gaming.
No, shut the fuck up. Not the
Not
best gamer there for sure. I would say right now, currently
the
in
best.
this
Really? You
patch.
think he's below Breach?
I don't think so. I think
No,
he
no,
still
no,
has that outplay potential.
have you seen the bugs on his telly?
I mean, if we're talking about like bugs and all that,
I'm saying this patch right now, Omen is there.
well then Omen would
His
go
telly
here
is-
because he can go through the walls and literally shoot people and they can't even
okay,
shoot back.
not like literally cheating, but like Omen himself currently in
mean-
this patch is broken.
I mean,
He-
that's smoke getting
his-
caught on stuff.
his
Things
smoke
really
suck ass. His telly getting caught on everything, even in open areas, is terrible. It gets people killed, even high elo players.
Mhm.
He's so buggy. His blind is terrible right now. It's cost so much. It basically ruined his eco.
Yeah.
Like right now, I think he's right there. Maybe next patch should be moderate, but right now, probably not the best game.
I still think solo queue wise, I would rather have an Omen on my team than a Breach. If I'm playing with people I don't know, and we're
You should
talking
put
about solo
Breach lower,
queue.
right?
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down. If you want to put him at not the best, but I would want to put Breach down with him.
Put Omen at top, not the best. Put
I think-
Breach
Yeah.
lower.
I think I like lower elos. Breach is just better than Omen, but like when it comes to higher elos, I think Omen just gets a better chance at the outplays because Breach just flash, 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 and if you dodge all three, then he kind of just it comes to the gunfight, and whoever loses it, which could be the Breach, and it's a 50-50 there. But at least with Omen, he has a lot of push potential and a lot of like mind games when it comes to his flash, because you could just hear the TP and go crazy and it's like, oh, where the fuck is he? And then he just never TP'd in the first place, you know, shit like that. So I kind of agree with this right now.
Okay,
Make
I'm
Omen
down
low,
for that.
moderate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
put him low. We can put him low.
Mr. Phoenix,
I think he's moderate, but he's high moderate.
Yeah.
high moderate.
Yeah.
Why so?
Phoenix, right now, I think anyone who has high mobility is getting rewarded, and anyone who doesn't isn't getting rewarded. When it comes to duelists, at least. So like,
Mm.
Raze and Jet are like really good, and then even though Yoru and Reina are not as mobile, Yoru still has a teleport that like it's like a jet dash kind of if you're using it right.
Yeah.
And Reina has a dismiss that can get out of sticky situations, but Phoenix has nothing. He just has go forward, and then if you can walk out, I guess maybe you can heal yourself a little bit. But I mean, Reina does the same thing too, but she just does it better.
Yeah.
So actually, I've just convinced myself to put him at not the best gamer, to be honest with you, but above Breach,
well,
above Breach.
Okay.
I don't know
I mean, I
what's
can
your guys'
see
take
that.
on it.
I can see that. Like in terms of duelist, I just think Phoenix doesn't get as much love from Riot because he has tools. Like he has the flashes and his wall, and they're very strong. His molly is kind of just used for as a heal for himself, and not really like any post plant situations that rarely happens.
Because it doesn't last long enough.
Yeah. But like in terms of being a duelist, he probably would want a stronger kit compared to like Reina or Yoru. Because you know he's the only one who doesn't have like those kinds of moves that like that doesn't like punish you for trying to be aggressive, like unlike Yoru and Reina's dismiss. The only thing that helps him do that is probably his ult, but that's what 6 points, and it's just like at that point you might as
Get
well
to use it like twice a half.
Yeah, like
And I
it's
still think Reina alt does what his alt does better.
that is true.
Because if you're getting killed with his alt and you're not getting a kill, then you're using it for information kind of, and it's whatever. But if you do get a kill, you're just getting set back to 100. If you get a kill with Reina and dismiss with Reina alt, you get back to 150.
Yeah.
So
It's rewarding you for winning your gunfights, basically.
It's rewarding you way more.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty much in agreement here.
Yeah.
Raze, Miss Raze.
regularly gaming.
I think she's
Regular.
top of moderate
Yeah,
right
I think
now.
I think
Say
she's in a
mid-regular.
perfect balance. I think she's in a perfect balance right now, where like she doesn't have like the two nades from beta. Her boombot doesn't do like 100 damage. Her satchels don't do 100 damage. You know, like they're pretty much balanced, and I don't think like I don't hear a lot of people like complain about like raise nades, boombots, or blast packs. You know,
I don't hear anyone complain about Cypher, anything about Cypher, anything about Brim. I don't think anything about Killjoy. I would say she's mid regular.
You think
She's
so?
she's better than Killjoy.
I
I'd
don't
rather
think she
have
is.
I'd rather have
I could complain about the one ways. I could complain about the breach ult and Molly, and I can
Yeah.
complain about Killjoy,
Bot.
possibly like the bots and Molly's. Like turret is like
Her bot.
because
Her
it
no,
can
I'm
do
talking
that.
about her turret. Her turret's so annoying.
I mean, it gets annoying, and it takes a while
hard
to
to
kill
deal
it.
with, really.
If you know how to deal with it, then that's fine. But like she does still have like annoying tools compared to Raze. Like, you know, if you get stuck in the Raze nade, that's on you, like, you know. But the Molly is such a big radius, like it literally covers all of like a default site plant, like say for example bind on default, you know. It literally covers, I'm pretty sure, inside tube and outside on default. So I don't know. In my opinion, it just kind of gets annoying.
The reason I say Raze is like moderate is she has the lowest duelist win percentage out of all of them, including Phoenix.
Mhm.
When it comes to her dash or her double satchel, first of all, if you're not a regular Raze player, you're usually not gonna know when to double satchel if you know how to double satchel.
Yeah.
Are in this? Are we talking about good players who know how to play? Who know how to play them? Or
We're just talking about solo queue on your
Yeah.
team,
So,
on the other team. So
and
if
we're also
they
trying
are
to.
a good Raze player, and they do dash forward.
I'm like thinking of them as like the best they could be.
Oh,
Not like maybe the person's kind of shitty. Like,
I still think I still think
Raze.
a great Jet is way better than a great Raze. Like a
Yeah, for
super
sure.
insane Jet. But
Yeah, for sure.
it's that
Like,
difference is so big that I
Jets.
don't even think she goes one tier below. I think she goes 2 tiers below.
Okay, whatever.
I think it's about like more like the solo queue, because like Jet and Raze both can do their own thing, but it's a matter of like Jet can get away with it more in solo queue than Raze.
That just does it better. She still has the smokes. She breaks all the trap wires like Raze satchels do, and she has her alt. And Raze alt is really inconsistent. Maybe gets you 1 kill, but Jet can get like multiple kills with her alt.
Yeah.
Mobility wise, her dash renews, Raze's doesn't. It's just her nades. And she doesn't have flashes, which in my opinion are the meta right now still. Like you need flashes on your team if you want to push anything successfully, because it's all about holding angles, right?
Yeah, I mean, she's one of the more information heavy duelists, and it's a really weird combination. I think she would greatly what's it called? She would benefit from the flashes for sure, but I think at that point, I think it's kind of just overkill. Like if we were to replace one of her abilities, I think
know.
honestly she's pretty. I think she's in a good spot in terms of like being.
Yeah, she's viable, so you can play her, but she's not like broken or anything. Also, really like Nahan just said too in chat, NB. A really bad Raze is really bad to like really hard to watch. If you don't know where to nade with her, you're not gonna do any damage. Like I don't. Yeah, it's really bad.
Yeah, if you don't nade in the right spots, for sure. Like there are some really good Raze nades for sure, where I'm just like, how did that even hit me? You know?
Yeah, or like where'd that come from?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to Reyna.
Reyna. My I guess my main now, I don't even know. I am having a character crisis in this fucking game. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Identity crisis through Valorant.
Yeah, I really am.
Reina, I think she is either the top of moderate gamer or the bottom of regular league gamer. It's up to you.
I just think like in solo queue, like I
She's
feel like
top and not the best for me.
yeah, I think it's just like it really depends on the person. Like if they win their battles, it's just
Yeah.
like it's steamroll from Reina. But if Reina does not perform, holy fuck, like it's the worst thing to ever watch.
Like, yeah, the thing with Reina is that it's not dependent on her kit how good she is. They're dependent on the person.
Yeah,
If the person's
it's
trash,
weirdly enough.
then your game's going bad. If the
Yeah.
person's good, then you're getting carried. It's one of the two, and it's a goddamn 50-50. So it's
Yeah.
like it's not even the character you're talking about. Like, can a person aim well? That is all Reina is.
Yeah,
You know,
like we can't really.
her kit only is good with people who can actually aim.
Yeah,
Like with Cypher, you don't have to aim. Basically, like you don't have to like be dependent on your aim. You can depend on your abilities.
yeah,
With basically almost every other character, you'll only have to depend on your abilities. But
yeah.
for Reina, you depend on your you depend only on your aim. So it's like I say not the best. She's top of the not best for sure.
I would probably put her on the top of moderate gamer just because it's such a throw up in the air because it's like her abilities aren't even that great. Like her Lear, it's
Put her mid B then.
It's so like even if she's performing all right,
I would say
and
mid
she
B.
gets a pick off of you and you deal like 120 to her, it's so like frustrating because she's
Yeah.
back at health.
the
Also,
amount of callouts that are like, oh, Reina 150 or 120. Oh, never mind, she's
never
healed.
mind. She's healed. She's only hit 30 now.
I'd rather have a race if I'm solo queuing. I'd rather have a race on my team than a Reina.
Really? Yeah. I'd rather have a Reina.
Because race can at
Unless I'm the race.
it's like the person can use their abilities. If
I
I'm
guess
solo queuing, I'm not very trusting of my Reina.
I guess I can understand. Like, you can at least use the boom bot to your advantage. Like, both the Rays and you can see from the boom bot, oh, they're going A. But with Reina, you find out with her death, and you're like, oh, I'm alone on A. Like, I gotta hold it. I can see in that respect.
Reina is really just a player. She doesn't really help out the team at all. It's just her. It's just her.
Let's put her in the middle there, I guess. That's
I think she's probably the best. She's just like probably the best duelist out there at high level. Low elo?
No.
What do you mean?
Just the best at high level, easily.
Honestly, I think Jet and Reina, I think you kind of need both in a high level game.
The thing is with high level depends. Like when you're high level, you're good aim. So these people can one tap the Reina from far away, and then she's dead for the rest of the round. For Jet, people they can be flying around the map. That's why we put her at high tier. Basically, it's like she's good, and as a high tier, she's even better. Reina, she's good, and as a high tier, it's a 50-50 because other people can also aim. It's not only dependent on.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Okay. Let's look
I'll
at
leave her here
Sagi.
then. Say Sagi, a little Sagi. Who wants a little Sagi?
I like Sagi a lot right now, and I think she's underrated.
I think she's Julian type gaming.
You think she's Julian type gaming?
No, definitely not. I think probably out of the Sentinels, she's probably the weakest one. The recent buffs, I think, to like her kit though, have helped a lot. So she's not far from the Sentinels. But I still would I would rather probably choose Cypher and Killjoy over Sage in some cases.
I don't think she's a Sentinel at this point. She needs her own like category. Because Sentinels are very utility based people. But her heal, even though it's at 60, 60 health, is really strong, and her res is probably one of the strongest like game or round changing abilities in the game.
That is true.
I would say her heal's decent. healing in the game, it's like overall decent. I'd rather have if I'm looking for healing, I'd rather have a Sky.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
like if I'm not looking at Sage for healing, I'm looking at Sage for like being able to block off and like stop pushes and shit. And recently, especially with that new update with the wall breaking pretty much almost
Cypher
instantly.
Cam?
No, that too.
That.
That too. But like with it being weak, like right when you put it down, kind of makes her a bit useless when it comes to people. When people like heavy pushing, you can't like immediately wall off an area because that's just gonna break. That wall is useless. It's a waste of $400 or 500. How much it costs?
300.
Yeah.
It's good or it's 200. Okay, so it's a waste of 200.
300. 300.
300. Okay, still.
Sage has also had high win rates ever since the last time we talked about Flash meta. So she was number 1 back then, and she's number 2 right now.
I would say she's maybe high, not the best, low moderate, just because it just like she isn't like
I think she's moderate.
She's situational. She's
on
situational.
certain not every map. She's not good at every map.
She's situational. Like Haven is probably one of her strongest maps. And
I like her on Haven, Split, and Icebox. And the other 2 maps, Bind and Ascent, I don't think she's good on.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's always the typical Bind. For Bind, it's always she's playing on A and she walls short. On what's the other one? Ascent. She can, I mean, wall mid, but like at that point, Omen can get over, Jet can go over, Raze can get over. You know, I think that's pretty much it. Or even Killjoy can put a turret on the wall and just shoot, get some information from there.
She's not very good on those maps.
Even there's a, I don't know if it's a bug or if this was a planned. Hopefully it's planned. I want this in. That glitch that our friend Nahyun, or no, not even Nahyun. It was who the hell? What? Oh, it was Kyle. He posted where a cipher cam can actually just break a chunk of the wall without like any shooting.
Oh yeah.
And it's, I mean, like, it's like if we're gonna count that in as well, I think Sage is kind of weak in some points where she just holds like entrances like at mid, Ascent mid, or bind A. So I don't know. She's probably one of the weaker ones. I would put her moderate gamer, but
it's like decent, and it's like her wall kind of sucks unless it's like certain situations. If you get there first and the people are stupid, not gonna shoot it immediately.
Yeah.
So and her slow's pretty good, but it's not like amazing.
I would put her above Omen, right above Omen. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I kind of agree here.
Now Sky.
I think underrated, to be honest. Very underrated.
Nah, F tier.
F tier?
Really?
I was thinking close to F tier as well, even though she has the highest win rate right now.
I think she probably
because like two people play her, and the only 2 people who play her are good. Like I don't see Sky even. No one wants a Sky on their team currently, at least in around our elo. The only map that she's like decent on is Icebox for attacking, but even then her flashes are decent. You can still they're pretty easy to shoot out. And then her heal's good. Her heal's like the only good thing she really has. Her hound's shit. You can shoot that out so easily.
Her hound
smokes.
I mean, her hound is more information. Like the concuss part is just like a more of a reward if you actually hit someone.
The hound's easier to shoot out than the silver drone.
But I feel like the thing is, I think the Hawks are just enough information as is, and it hinders like the defense from kind of trying to get more aggressive because they don't know if you're close or if you're far, because the Hawk can literally travel across a whole fucking site.
Yeah, so, but like it's so easy to shoot. Especially now,
think it's not that easy. It's not that easy. I feel like
a good reaction time, it's fine. I played a solo queue game against on Ascent against a Sky, and like every second I had a good Reyna on my team. It was Reyna and me. We just instantly shut out the Sky because we knew it's like, oh, she's gonna shoot it over. It's Ascent and it's on Ascent. It's Icebox. It's on A. He's gonna shoot it over, and we just expected it. So it's like he's not. If they're only good in one situation, it's not useful. It's not useful.
She's the worst Initiator.
Initiator.
She's a worship She's below breach for fucking sure.
Below breach. That means she's below breach.
She's
I don't
Her
think so.
healing,
Sure.
although it is good, it is also very hard to use because you have to be able to be in line of sight with them. They can't even be behind a wall or smoke.
Or smoke,
Her hound is weaker than Sova's. Her flashes are weaker than breaches. Her flash information is horrible. Like, it's not even useful for retake if you think about it, because they're on site. So what if they're blinded? Okay, so that's great, but which part of the Haven A site are they?
Mhm.
And if they look away from the blind and then even they're partially blinded, it still says blinded, so you get that false hope.
Yeah, it's false information.
I think
she for sure below breach. I would say either bottom of not the best gamer or at the bottom or F tier.
Top. I think top of Julian type. Well, I think here this is why. Honestly, okay. I think this is because I'm like probably the only Sky player other than maybe Kian once upon a time when he did play Sky for a bit. But I think she's really good counters for a lot of I mean, you guys aren't really taking into account her ult. Her ult is probably one of the only things that could actually find YORU, which we'll go in later, but it's very useful for those types of situations, especially with Arena, who might be dismissing right away, as well as taking out Cypher trips, which are super annoying on split. And if you have a really good Sky that just is constantly using your dog and just takes out the trip right away, Cypher is gonna have a lot of trouble. Same with the flashes are really helpful in terms of taking out Killjoy bots, because they actually have the properties to be blinded. So you can at least hear the Killjoy turret, flash, boom, look where with sound awareness, look where the Killjoy bot is, boom, take it out, and then you can move on from there. I think she is underutilized because a lot of people don't see her potential in terms of being that information heavy character. I think a lot of people just focus on her blinds instead of her ult and shit.
The people who would realize their potential are the pros, and Sky's been out long enough for people to get good at her, and the pros barely use her.
I think it's just people are just really comfortable with a lot of the other characters.
I would agree.
I
think like the Riot very much agrees with the pros. It's like it's an iffy thing, but like I think I also agree with the pros here and the pros here, because like she's only good for Icebox, and for Icebox it's just like you get what's it called? You get like used to it.
I personally think she's probably good for a lot of characters. That's why.
Maybe not. I don't know. I think maybe F. Maybe yeah.
Here's the thing. I'm more scared of a really good breach than a really good Sky, and I think the only reason that is because breach can flash himself in and Sky can't.
Yeah.
And every single ability of hers and every single like kind of situation that you described to us, Elmer, requires her to have teamwork, and that makes her a really weak solo queue player. Even weaker than breach, even though breach relies on his team as well.
Yeah, what NB36 just said in chat. I've never seen a Sky carry. Yeah. Very true. I've never seen.
Thank you, NB36.
My gameplay. Excuse me, but
honestly, from NB's
gameplay, yes, of course.
From NB's analysis in chat.
Okay, whatever.
From NB's analysis in chat, I think he probably would be placed in high diamonds. He's probably a high diamond player in our chat right now.
Sure. Honestly, yeah. Okay, next character.
Okay. One thing. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Damn, you really simping for this bitch, huh?
Oh no! I do agree though. I think if her heal did go through the smokes, because I feel like that's such a stupid problem.
The cock block.
That it doesn't do. Yeah, like it should be. You should be able to use it through smokes, because it's not even that big of a deal. As well as maybe like different elevations, because it's kind of hard. It somehow doesn't work like that sometimes in my experience. I think if you were to nerf or kind of buff the range and all that, I think she would be a lot better as a healer instead
Her
of like
heal
initiator.
feels so off character though. It's like if it feels like they ran out of stuff to do and they're like, oh, let's just give her a
Um,
heal.
Also, I hate her fucking piercing noise of her heal. Like that's the one thing I hate.
Oh yeah,
lot.
when she runs out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we can
Okay.
move on now. I'm fine with Sky being there, but mainly because of the solo queue idea. But I think at a high level, she'd probably be a little bit above Breach. In my opinion. In my opinion.
Sova.
S tier.
Julian type gaming.
True. Okay, let's move on. Viper.
All right, where do we put Sova? I think honestly,
S tier.
Sova is probably one of the weirdest initiators ever because it's like he can't. Well, look, I think solo queue Sova is just
Is
probably
great.
not the best.
Oh,
It's
what?
so
No.
good. It's the best
He's so good.
initiator. I think he is S tier actually.
He's S tier. He's below Jet, but he's S tier.
Yeah.
Mm,
He
really?
because
Below
of
Jet, he's
the dude, you don't even look. Think about it this way. You are
Alright, let's
using
get this.
Sky, you're using Sky Dog and or let's say Yoru alt to look around and find enemies. Like, oh, he's here. Oh wait. You had to use your microphone to do all that. What does Sova do? Shoots an arrow? Oh look, they show up on your screen. He doesn't even have to communicate their positions. That's why he's the
too.
best solo queue player.
Also-
His dart, his drone tags people, doesn't have to call it out. They are showing up on your screen and on your map. His
dart-
alt is good for holding
I'll-
sight. The dart is good for taking sight and retaking sight. His
That's
shot
if they know
darts
the
are
lineup,
deadly
though.
if you know lineups.
We're saying like good Sovas basically. Like if they know lineups, they can get info from across the map.
Yeah.
Like you can do that with any other initiator basically, or
Yeah.
any other informational character. He's for sure S tier, just below Jet.
His
Just
weakest
because he's
map.
strong as shit.
His
His
weakest
map
map
is Split.
is Split, and it's still strong as fuck. I still think it's worth playing Sova
He
over
does. He does.
People
Over
on
Breach.
people who play Sova on Split who know the lineups are insane.
are insane. I'm so fucking annoyed by them.
Yes.
I'm like, what? Where is this arrow? I'm trying to like push out mid and check vents, and there's this arrow above my head, and I have to turn around and shoot it. And the guy
Or it's
is
in, like,
already seeing me through my brim smoke and shooting me in the head. It's so dumb.
Yeah, or it's like in a coffee cup that you can't even shoot. Like it's just stuck there, but it
It's like-
still detects everyone.
Oh,
I can agree there. I think a really well trained Sova that knows all the lineups is definitely going to be.
not even all. You don't even know. You can know at least 2 from every map, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, we're not even
I
talking
mean-
about Julian type gaming here. Like even a
Yeah.
Julian type gamer could be an actual gamer if he's on Sova.
Yeah,
That's
Okay.
how good the
I'll
character
agree
is.
there.
Julian's just getting.
I don't know. I don't know if I put him in S tier in my opinion
He's
though.
for sure S tier.
I think he's top high.
No, he's for sure S
You're
tier.
outnumbered, bro. You're
He's for
outnumbered.
sure S tier. He's for sure
S
S
tier.
tier. He's always been S tier.
Okay, this is Viper. Okay,
Viper.
Yoru.
We should change that to. We should change it to TJ type gaming. No, judge. It should be judge.
Judge. Judge.
Yep.
Good spelling.
Fuck off. Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious. Viper is just
Unless
Probably
it's
S tier.
on. Unless it's Icebox.
Yeah, I suppose. she's really good
yeah.
on it.
I mean, her
Like a good Viper can do some good shit, but most people who play Viper are trash.
yeah. I mean,
Her ult is good. In my opinion, it's good. It's just it takes a lot of teamwork, and you need to actually like be
Mhm.
aware of your shit and have like good crosshair placement for like her ult to do well. Unless you're all holding judges inside of it.
yeah. I think is Icebox her only strong map? I think it's probably as well as Haven. Split. I think maybe Split.
I would say Bind, honestly.
I still think I
Bind,
don't.
she has some really good one ways, and her ult on A is great.
I would rather
Yeah.
have Brimstone still.
I'd rather her Brimstone as well, but it like just saying like she's good on some sites, but not as good
Yeah.
as others.
I think
Okay.
her ult is like the only really good thing. That's the one thing they don't need to change. I think her ult's pretty fine. the fact that her teammates can actually stay in the alt and not get decay is one of the best changes.
Yeah.
But her ability sharing the same bar is just so it just hurts her kit even more.
Yeah.
Because at that point you don't even want to put up like stuff, like you want to save the poison or whatever from her kit, and then at that point you have to like learn when to put up the wall or when to put up the orb or when to put up both, that so that they don't have to so that when it runs out they don't just push in and just start gunning everyone down. So it's just like I think probably her best maps, Bind and Icebox, are only really good for her because of her ult, because she could probably ult Maze in Icebox, or the entrance of um on a site, and also a site of Bind is really good for her ult because it just covers so much ground and could be connected to both U-Haul or showers, and those are really good areas to play for attackers, like really strong places. So yeah, I'll agree there though.
Good. Better.
Yoru,
Okay, Yoru.
I believe he is either low regular or high moderate.
Okay, I think it's fair to put him probably in moderate. I think probably over Omen, just because they have such similar outplay kits. In my opinion, because the whole TP behind and flash and then shoot them from behind. I think it's just like it makes sense in my head that he has that. I think I haven't seen a lot of people utilize his steps to their full potential. I've seen like one clip.
I played a lot of games recently. Like I played a lot of games recently, and both with Eram, and he's a fucking Yoru main currently. He has gotten good at Yoru.
Yeah.
Like Yoru's ult is so much better than Omen's, just so much better.
Yeah.
Like in like every way.
Yeah.
For info, for moving around the map, for getting kills, it's so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Like his ult can you can still move while getting out of his ult. Which is insane. Like you can still be moving around while leaving his ult and pulling out your gun. So that immediately, like, if someone's looking at you and you're standing still and they're about to shoot you when you get out of your ult and you move away at the last second and you get that one tap, it's like it's insane. Like, it's not hard for him to get a ult. It's really easy for him to get a lot of information on a site. You can go through the whole site and you have enough time to look through every corner and call out where each players are. His footsteps are pretty good for faking out sites if you're good at them.
Yeah,
I've been with Eram recently. He's gotten pretty good at them. His blinds are pretty good. They're very fair, honestly. Like they're not as not unfair like breaches. So they're good. Like they're not as good as breaches, but they're still flashes. But they're still flashes, so they're still pretty good. His telly is amazing because even at low elo, you get behind them easily and kill them. At high elo, use the bait.
Yeah.
So Yoru is at least high, moderate, low, regular. The only reason why is because he's so fucking loud.
Yeah, I can't stress enough how people are so like Yoru mains are so inclined to actually like, no matter where the TP is,
just
take it anyway. Even if they think that someone might be going to their site, like they'll TP there anyway, and and it could end in mayhem. I think right now it's always that first like kind of month kind of playing time with Yoru, so it's just kind of he's in an awkward position where everybody knows about Yoru, so he can't do like what he's meant to do because everyone is like aware of what his abilities are.
Yeah.
And I think over time that's gonna fade. Like a lot of other people like, oh wait, I didn't know, I forgot Yoru could do this, and shit like that.
And with over time, people are gonna master him more, and they're gonna find like maybe better flashes. Like they might have set flashes for taking sites that are just gonna be pop flashes instead of people just throwing him out. So I think he's gonna improve, but at the current state, because everyone's trying to just go for highlight shit. When I see a YORU on the enemy team, I'm like, ooh, free kills. Like, so once people get into the groove of it more, I think like in a week or two, they're gonna be really like he's gonna improve. But where you have him right now is as high as I think you should go. I don't think you should go any higher.
I think him and Omen
I
are
think he should go
pretty
up,
same
at
level.
least top moderate.
Top of moderate. I don't know if he's better than Reyna in terms of like.
I don't
Just his
think
intel
so.
is amazing. His intel's amazing.
I mean, if we're, but the thing is, you can't. If we're gonna do that,
Have you played a lot of games with
no,
the
I'm
Euro
saying,
team?
I'm saying
I
because
have.
if you're saying we're this is the solo queue tier
Yeah,
list. So
we
if
can't.
it's the solo queue, we can't have YORU that high because he's not going to be able to communicate that.
Also, he is a duelist, so his intel isn't what he's like getting judged on. If you want intel, have more sentinel and initiators on your team.
Yeah, if we're gonna do the communication thing, then we might as well put Breach and Sky higher.
For attacking, YORU, his ult is amazing.
What about for defense?
For defense, it's great. His ult is a bit like isn't as effective as it is attacking, but it's still great.
Yeah,
Like,
I still don't think he's above Sage.
You can get, but he's for sure above Sage.
I don't think so.
I can see maybe above Sage, but I don't see under,
I don't think
over Reyna or Raze at that point.
Sage's ult is better than him on both sides.
In
Even
terms
though
of
she's
I'm not only talking about his ult. I'm talking about his whole kit.
her
Like,
heal is better than her. The only thing I think about
the move Sage, maybe move Sage up because YORU is really good.
I just don't think
I think
Sage.
he's good
I
where
think
he
Sage
is.
is in a good. So okay, should we just like start moving the whole tier list now? Are we? I think.
No, I think
Sure.
our tier list is good actually. I think this is where it should stay.
I disagree.
So Kian or Julian just basically wants that
No, top moderate.
top
That's it.
moderate, which is basically low regular. I can see this. I can honestly see this, but I think in terms of solo queue, I would rather have a Sage than another
No,
duo.
I'm not talking about only solo queue. Like
I'm talking about only.
you
We've been
haven't
talking
seen-
about only solo queue, bro.
Yeah, we've been talking about that.
not only solo queue.
I
You guys mentioned
literally
everything.
I cleared this shit
Then
at the
Sky
beginning
goes
of
up here.
Breach
Yeah,
goes
Sky
up
is trash.
to
Yo, Breach goes up here, and Viper goes up here. But like I don't know. I think this is a pretty solid tier list. I think YORU. I think YORU. Like sure, you from your personal experience, you've seen good YORU plays.
I played
but,
so
like-
many games recently, dude. I've been grinding Valiant for the past few days, especially with ERAM.
But that's not solo queue. You've been playing with ERAM, who's talking actively. He is using. His
No, I'm saying like, even in solo queue, you press V, and you talk.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
saying yeah.
So
No,
then
okay.
let's just play Breach.
actually I press V and I alt. So
Oh yeah, true. Kian has his fucking buns all over the fucking place.
Okay, yeah, I don't know about Kian, but like I'm just saying, like in general, YORU has the ability to pop off way better than Sage does, especially. Especially as a duelist.
I would rather have a Sage heal my
Sure,
carrying Jet
but,
than
like,
a YORU just be
Bait
just
the
be
Jet.
third frag and do
how many games have you guys played like with a YORU on your team? Like
at least 500. How many have you played?
Okay,
I haven't been able to play because no one unlocks them, or they just buy them. So
I know for sure I have played a lot more in the past 3 days, and then both of you.
No, I
Yeah,
played at
both
least. So you
combined.
played more than
Sorry,
500?
I gotta go, Fred.
Probably more games than both of you combined, and I'm playing a lot of fucking shit with ERAM, and just seeing what he can do by himself, even not talking to me, by himself with his TPs, his footsteps, his flashes, and
So
his
you've
ults.
played more than 500 games with YORU.
You didn't play fucking 500 games, dude.
Prove it. Prove it.
Oh, sure. Okay, I'm going to your match history right now. I'm opening up fucking Val.
Okay.
I'll do it.
All right. Okay, so while he's doing that, thank you guys for watching the podcast.
Oh, is that we've been over an hour?
Yeah.
We're at an hour.
Damn.
Gateway over here, and then disregard things I say.
We didn't get to reach the right wing gateway.
We'll talk about it next week.
we can talk about it. No, it's not going to be quick. Hold on, I want to screenshot this so I can post it.
Nah, but this ain't. Wait. Let me send this to a YORU player. Let me send this to Let me see what he says.
I think YORU is still underdeveloped because it's his first week, but I don't think it's.
Yeah,
I don't
that's what
think
I'm
it's
saying.
fair
to just say, yeah, we should put him in moderate because or
This
top of
is-
moderate because he's not there yet. We know that he's not there yet.
You haven't played any games in the past 3 days.
But you're playing with ERAM. You're playing with someone who is actively communicating. I'm saying this is in this case, we're taking it all into account. You're just taking that your personal experience into that. Like that's what we're trying to say.
I don't know. I disagree. You guys haven't had enough experience with YORU. You just said this is the dumbest tier list I've seen. LMAO.
Yeah, because fucking YORU is all the way down in there. Bro.
Would be good at YORU. I mean, I'm asking YORU main. Reina's def 1 higher. Let me see.
Reina def 1 higher. Only if we're not taking into account the solo queue stuff. If she's more sending out call outs all the time, then sure. Here, make sure if you're where are you posting this on Twitter? Make sure to title it solo queue tier list, okay? So people don't get it fucking twisted. Because people are gonna think these are the best agents out right now. But no, they're the best solo queue agents to solo queue with.
Less than, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games. In the past 4 days.
Who?
Kian.
That's on the account that you have added.
Oh, a secret
yeah,
account.
he's been playing on Wax Me as well.
Let me check.
I've been playing. No. I have a third account that none of you have added. It's my solo queue account.
And
I'm literally. While we were doing this podcast, I played a game while we were doing it. You guys didn't even notice.
Prove it.
Prove it. I don't need to prove anything to you. I just.
Yeah, dude. You don't let it agree with me. YORU is either top of that tier or 1 higher.
Well, yeah, of course he's agreeing because he uses YORU. What the fuck? Of course he's gonna agree.
Yes, of course. People.
Oh my god, this dumbass, bro.
Nah.
Does Eram know that we're talking in terms of solo queue?
Let me see.
Eram, would you want a solo queue YORU that doesn't communicate?
All right, guys. Now the real topic of the stream: pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes.
Fucking pancakes, bro.
Guys,
You
but
better not say
what
waffles.
about? Okay. Hold on. It's waffles, guys. It's waffles.
No.
I don't even care. I like both, but I'm just gonna argue for waffles so we can argue. Ready, guys?
I just don't think waffles are.
Waffles have more variety, more
You guys keep doing
toppings.
this, I gotta go.
All right, so we agree then.
Okay,
No, waffles are not top tier.
okay.
Waffles have more variety, more toppings.
What? Where is this going?
Variety. There's a. Waffles aren't top. Okay, stop simping. Listen, Lindsay, stop simping for your boyfriend's opinion. It's not fair.
Waffles are not top tier unless they're retarded.
Waffles are top tier.
Waffles are gay. Okay, I gotta go see you.
Okay.
I have to go.
Bye,
Goodbye.
everyone.